What is Bitcoin mining? How does it work? And why is it necessary? All of these questions and many more have been asked countless times, and I aim to answer all of them in this video. Before I get started, I would like to make it clear that while this video is for beginners, it would be helpful to know the basics behind Bitcoin's network in order to better understand the following material. 4 topics will be covered in this video: consensus algorithms, the Bitcoin mining process, why people mine, and some frequently asked questions about Bitcoin mining in general at the end. Section 1. Consensus algorithms. Bitcoin's network is composed of tens of thousands of nodes connected to one another. This way, no central authority is able to control and manipulate it. While this keeps the network decentralized, how can rules be enforced, and how can nodes reach agreement? Enter consensus algorithms. Consensus algorithms are how cryptocurrencies are able to keep people from breaking the rules and keep everyone in agreement. Many different ones exist, like proof of work, proof of stake, proof of authority, etc. But proof of work is the most popular of them all and is Bitcoin's consensus algorithm. The way it works is simple. Creating a Bitcoin block requires its creator to use a large amount of electricity. Because of this high energy requirement, people are inclined to play by the rules. Why? Suppose someone wants to create a block containing invalid transactions, for example. They would need to spend a lot of money to get the energy required to successfully create the block. Once he broadcasts this block, nodes will reject it because they see it contains invalid transactions. This malicious actor just used a lot of energy and money for nothing. This is how Bitcoin enforces its rules, by making it costly for users to act. Section 2. The Bitcoin mining process. Now that you have a better understanding of what a consensus algorithm is and its role, we can now look at the Bitcoin mining process. First, the miners. Bitcoin miners are a special type of node operated by individuals that run Bitcoin mining software on machines. These machines are the ones using a lot of electricity and are called ASICs, application-specific integrated circuits. These nodes are different from ordinary Bitcoin full nodes because they are assigned the task of creating Bitcoin blocks. This is a major difference from full nodes, but miners also have similarities with them. They both validate and store pending transactions inside what is called a memory pool, or mempool. Mining nodes will listen for newly performed transactions, validate them, and store them inside memory. Then, they will create a new Bitcoin block. They will go through each and every transaction in their memory pool and pick out the ones with the highest fees to put in their block. This means that the higher fee you pay when you make a transaction, the more likely it will be added to the next block. The fees also go to the miner. When a miner has finished adding all the transaction he wants in a block, he will start the energy-intensive part of the Bitcoin mining process: guessing. To put it simply, they are trying to find a number that is very hard to find, but very easy to know if it's the right one. And it's called a nonce, or number only used once. The process of finding a valid nonce is beyond the level of this video, but I will be explaining it in another one. For now, all that needs to be noted is that Bitcoin miners are racing to be the first to guess the valid nonce. Once they do, they will include this number in their block as proof that they have put in the required amount of work. This is their proof of work. After this, the block is completely finished and ready to be broadcasted to the Bitcoin network. The Bitcoin miner will send this block to all nodes he is connected to, and they will validate it. They will go through each transaction inside it, checking if they're valid. They will check the block syntax and other things. They also need to check if the nonce the miner was trying to guess is the valid one. Note that this is very easy for the nodes because of this number's special property, being easy to verify while hard to guess. After the nodes have verified this block, they will broadcast it to each node they are connected to. Soon enough, the majority of the nodes on Bitcoin's network will have this block added to their local copy of the blockchain. And all Bitcoin miners will start working on creating the next block. The entire mining process takes 10 minutes on average, which also means each block is created 10 minutes on average. Section 3. Why people mine. Next up, let's look at the incentive for mining Bitcoin. Right now, all that has been explained is that mining is what secures the network and the process of creating blocks. It has also been noted that mining requires a lot of energy. With this in mind, why would people buy mining hardware to mine Bitcoin? The reason they do is because it makes them money, or more specifically, Bitcoin. The first miner to successfully mine the block is rewarded with Bitcoin for their work. Currently, being the first to guess the block's nonce secures you 6.25 Bitcoins, which is equivalent to more than 160,000 American dollars at the time of this video. This is a lot of money, and people will naturally want to mine Bitcoin because of this huge potential payout. Something special about these 6.25 Bitcoins is that they are created out of thin air and added to Bitcoin supply when they are earned by miners. This reward is also split every 4 years, and sometime in the year 2140, no more coins will be mined, and Bitcoin supply will be 100% fixed. Section 4. Bitcoin mining frequently asked questions. This last section of the video will cover some frequently asked questions about Bitcoin mining, like if it's a waste of electricity, if it's bad for the environment, and if it's too inefficient. First, is mining a waste of electricity? Mining is what secures the network, and is how blocks are created. It is also a way for people to make money. Saying it's a waste of electricity isn't right, because this energy is used for something useful. We can also see thousands of people mine, which is an indicator that it's definitely not a waste. So, no, it's not a waste of electricity. Next, is mining bad for the environment? This is definitely one of the most popular beliefs about Bitcoin mining, and is quite controversial. The thing that needs to be kept in mind is that it is ideal to use the cheapest energy possible. That way, miners can maximize profits. With this in mind, what are the cheapest energy sources possible? Renewables. Presently, wind, solar, and hydroelectricity are some of the best options for mining because they are cheap and renewable. Also, renewable energy is becoming cheaper and more widely used by Bitcoin miners all around the world every year. So, while mining does consume a large amount of electricity and is still not 100% clean, it is fair to say that it will be using more renewables and will be getting cleaner in years to come. Finally, is proof of work inefficient? This is a fair question. Having machines guess over and over again until they find a specific number can seem very energy intensive and inefficient at first, but it misses the entire point. Proof of work is inefficient by design. The point is to force people to use real world energy to be able to use Bitcoin, and it makes breaking the rules have a legitimate impact on people financially. Unfortunately, because people don't understand this feature, they choose to use other consensus algorithms like proof of stake, which is not energy intensive at all and is therefore a lot less secure. In conclusion, Bitcoin mining is what secures Bitcoin's network and is the process of creating new Bitcoin blocks. It takes 10 minutes on average. Miners first create a block and try to guess a number at random until they find one that is unique to the rest. This number is very hard to find, but easy to know if it's the right one or not. It's called the nonce. Then, a miner broadcasts this block to all of its peers. After other miners see this block, they will start working on the next. People mine Bitcoin because it can make them a lot of money, over 160,000 American dollars per block at the moment, if they find this special number first. Bitcoin mining is not a waste of electricity because its purpose is to secure the network, create blocks, and can generate huge profits for individuals. It is not as bad for the environment as people think because it incentivizes clean, renewable energy, which is very cheap for miners. Lastly, proof of work, Bitcoin's consensus algorithm, is inefficient by design and is why Bitcoin is so secure. If you would like to see more videos like this explaining the theory, technology, and everything else about Bitcoin, please like and subscribe. And don't be afraid of asking questions. I'd love to answer them. Have a great day.